Hi everyone, welcome to MM914 December 2019 exam, question 1c and 1d. So hopefully if you're watching this video you've already watched the 1a and 1b video, and this video leads on from those. So let's look at the questions that we're going to be tackling in today's video. So question 1c reads, the ages of dogs which come into the veterinary practice are normally distributed with a mean age of 9 years and a standard deviation 3 years. A dog is classed as a senior if it is over 12 years of age. What is the probability that any dog coming into the practice is not a senior? 3 marks. D. Recent research has shown that the recovery time of a spay-neuter operation at the veterinary practice can be defined by a continuous random variable x with probability density function PDF given by f of x is equal to x squared over 9 when x is in between and including 0 and 3, and otherwise it is 0. And we have to show that f of x is a true PDF. 2 marks. So we'll begin with question 1c. So we're interested in the probability that any dog coming into the practice is not a senior. We're also told in the question that they are normally distributed, and that is the key point here. So normally distributed, that is the key fact of this question. So if the random variable x can be approximated by the normal distribution with mean mu and variance sigma squared, then we can write the random variable z as being x minus mu over sigma. Now, the reason we're using a z here and not x is because this would be the standardized normal distribution. What we're doing here is we're standardizing this normal distribution to have mean 0, variance 1, standard deviation 1. So in the question it says it's not a senior if it's over 12. So x here is 12, mu is 9, and sigma is equal to 3. And what we do is if we slot those into our equation, we get 12 minus 9 over 3. That's equal to 3 over 3, which is equal to 1. So that means when we standardise this normal distribution, we get a z value equal to 1. Now, we're not finished yet. What we need to do is we need to say, how does z relate to x? Remember, statistics is all about context. So the probability that x is less than 12 years old is equal to the probability that z is less than 1 year old. You must have this line here in your solution to gain full points, because what we're doing here is we're bringing it back to the context. So from the statistical tables, the probability of z being less than 1 is equal to 0.8413. And what we'll do is we'll write a sentence to explain what our solution means. The probability of a dog coming into the practice who is not a senior dog is 0.8413, and that is the 3 points required for this question. So we get 1 mark for our final answer, 1 mark for this statement here relating it back to the context, and if I just go back quickly, 1 mark for calculating that z was equal to 1. And that's this question complete. So what we will do now is we will move on to question 1d. Question 1d reads as follows. Recent research has shown that the recovery time of a spay-neuter operation at the veterinary practice can be defined by a continuous random variable x with probability density function, or a PDF, given by the following. So basically what we're saying is f of x is equal to x squared over 9 when x is in between 0 and 3 and including 0 and 3. Otherwise, it's equal to 0. At any other point x, f of x is equal to 0. And what we have to show is that f of x is a true PDF. So in this question, the first thing you need to know is how to show that something is a true PDF. Now, a true PDF is a PDF that integrates to be 1. So what we're trying to do here is we're trying to integrate this function and show that it equals 1. However, some of you in the examination did not present this correctly in a mathematical sense. We cannot write equals 1 until the very end because it might not equal 1. So what we do is we start off with the left-hand side. So that's what LHS means here. It means left-hand side. So the left-hand side, when we're integrating between b and a of f of x dx, b is our upper limit here, 3, a our lower limit, 0. Our function f of x is x squared over 9 dx. Now we must have a dx because it tells us what we're integrating with respect to. Then in the next line here, what I've done is I've taken out the 1/9 to the front of the integral. So we have 1/9 times the integral evaluated between 3 and 0 of x squared dx. So now we're going to carry out the integration. So this line here is the integration. So what we do to integrate, remember, is we add 1 to the power and divide by the new power. So 2 plus 1 makes 3. That's what this 3 here is. And we divide by the new power, 3. We change to square brackets and we put our lower and upper bound here. Now what we need to do now is just finish the evaluation and the mathematics of this. So that's equal to 1/9. Every time we see an x, we put our upper bound, which is 3. 3 cubed over 3, subtract our lower bound, which is 0 cubed over 3. Then what we do is we just need to tidy up this. So put it into our calculator. 3 cubed, 3 times 3 times 3, that's equal to 27 divided by 3. Take away 0. 0 to the power of anything is always 0. So we have 1/9 times 27 divided by 3, which is of course equal to 9. 1/9 of 9 is 1. And we get 1 as required. Hence, and again we'll relate this back to the question, hence f of x is a true PDF. And that is our question completed. We've gained the full 2 points. Perhaps the level of working is overkill. However, if you're struggling with integration, it's important that you show all the steps. Okay, now I'd encourage you to watch the video on question 2 of this examination. Okay, thank you for watching. Goodbye.